The science of agriculture, the land, the seeds, and the man.
Agricultural survival.
They have represented me with the worst image, but I know without a doubt that it's because of your lack of knowledge. Foresight, they don't have to see distance. That's why they're living in ignorance. I Selassie, I say, any country that use.
Hi, I'm your host tonight on What Matters at the Roundtable. Stanley West McPherson. April the 23rd, 2019. We're live. We're on Pegasus, Channel 13, Spectrum TV Cable Network. You can call in tonight. We're live in the studio, 7:30, area code 607-272-0319. You might have something to say, or you might want to get in on a discussion tonight. But if you missed tonight, hey, we got 6 days for you. And hey, you can catch us at any time because we are working around your schedule. So don't miss. Or we can send you a direct link to your phone or your tablet. But guess what? You can have it. So guess what? Hey, you can have a direct link. All right? So many people around the world we send direct links to. Yes. And they get the show. So, hey, you can have it as well. From Turkey, Center, all the way, hey, Portuguese, DJ Hannah. We sent it to Roy in India. Ben was here, okay, from France. So, hey, he took it with him. Okay, so we, Piplia in Australia, all right, 13 hours ahead of us, but she get the show. So, guess what? You can have it as well. Also, one of our crew members, two of our crew members, Irene Case, she's in London, okay? And then Sophie, yes, Peru, okay? So, hey, doesn't matter. You can get it wherever you at. So, this is what we do, all right? We help you. I want to give a shout out to my family, my grandkids, Storm and Sunshine. I know they had a good Resurrection Day. I just want to let them know that, hey, I see you, you know, and keep doing you, you know. Also, to those, Sunshine, Baltimore, Maryland, Roosevelt S. in New York, New York. Also, Jasmine, Syrian woman, okay? Also, Andrea Rachi, Japan, yes. She's hilarious, so keep doing what you're doing, Andrea. Also, we have Lisa Aries, and she's doing her MSVVS. She's doing her all around in Paris. So keep doing you. I see you. Also, those that subscribe to us, those that we send direct links to, those that, hey, give comment or like or respond to what we say, hey, we see you and we thank you for all that. And our job is to help you. So this is what we do. Also, we want to, brought to you by, in part, by Domino's Pizza. We letting you know that, hey, you know, all is well. That's a sponsor. So, hey, We also want to let you know here with us, live in the studio, co-host Milton Webb. Milton, how you doing?
I'm doing good. What's up, Stan?
All right, okay.
I want to give a couple of shout-outs. My granddaughter, Alvina, it's your birthday. Happy birthday, girl. Do it, do it, do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a sad note. From the Burke family. Aunt Paula, have my condolences, my prayers, my well wishes for Jennifer, because she died, passed away in her sleep. Jim was a good woman. She was a good mother. She was a good friend. You need anything, Aunt Paula, get a hold of Rhonda. She'll get a hold of me, and I'll see what I can do. But here from What Matters at the Roundtable, we send our condolences to the family. Thank you. You know, you got to be careful for when you get sick out there. The little things that get you, the little things that you think won't hurt you.
Yeah.
Like pneumonia.
Yeah.
All right. That little cough you get, that little whooping cough. Emphysema. You gotta check yourself. For all you people out there that's smoking cigarettes,
Yeah.
you gotta check yourself. You know, make sure your lungs are right. You gotta check yourself. So, with that note, we'll head on with the show.
Yeah, that's definitely a killer, smoking, all that stuff, man. That's, it's sad to see, that companies, they make money off your death, and sometimes people cost, they worth more dead than alive, because, you know why? Because all the companies are making money off of the products that you use, okay? And they're getting rich off it, and all you doing is getting sicker off it, And I'm looking at that like, hey, that's a bad note. And then we looking at how these officers are shooting people and saying that, he had a gun and it looked like a gun, And I used to look at a show back in the days. It was the late Johnny Cochran. He had a show on him, and Congressman Charles Rango was on the show one day, and they was talking about back then how cops was shooting and killing people and this and that. And he was saying, you got to go in their pocket. You got to make an example out of these people. Because you know why? He said, because you're not going to get no justice, because they're going to throw it out. That's their buddies. The investigation always, they didn't do nothing. Man got shot in the back, killed. And they didn't find nothing to reprimand this guy, to lock him up, to take his gun and badge. And now they turn around and your child is dead. And now you get nothing. You got nothing. So I don't want to hear people when they say, it ain't about the money. No, it better be about the money, because your child is dead. So you ain't bringing him back. So it better be about the money, because like I said, sometimes these cliches, colloquials, that's what they say, you are worth more dead than alive. So you better get something while the child is gone, because if you wait on them and you don't bring a civil suit or nothing, you get nothing, because they're going to exonerate these people, okay? And you're going to get nothing. All you're going to get is sorrow and pain, okay? And then you go out the back door yourself, okay, with worryization, heart attack, all that stuff, Because listen, when O.J. Simpson, when he got, exonerated, Goldman, Ron Goldman still sued O.J. Why? Because he said, my son. That man didn't kill his son, They know who killed him, all right? But guess what? He wanted to sue this man anyway because he got off. So listen, if he can sue him and he got off, imagine with the cops killing your kid, okay? You better sue them, all right? And Johnny, O.J. Simpson could have sued Mark Furman for putting the blood in his house. He could have sued the whole police precincts. Why he didn't, I don't know. I would have, okay? But I'm telling you, that's what you need to do, because you know what? You ain't bringing the child back, and they are getting away with murder. So you need to go in their pocket, take their whole family's money, okay? Take their tuition, because don't forget, all that money that they stealing and robbing and shooting, they putting their kids to college to shoot you again, to shoot more of you. So you need to just wipe them out, go in there, get $50 million, $20 million, whatever, because your child is dead, so you need to get something for him. Don't get nothing for him. You better get something for him, you know? Come on. And I pondered on this, and I said, you know what? I got to tell these people this because ain't nobody doing nothing.
You know, Stanley, the thing about it is, you know, a guy said it one time, he said, are we too forgiving? As a race, black people, are we too forgiving? And the answer to that is yes. Because you have so many people out there, all right, that's doing things. Woman in Florida, it was in Florida, where was that? Florida, Chicago.
Sure.
That was when the boy got shot in the back.
Matter of fact, they didn't, that was in Chicago.
In Chicago, the lady where her son got shot in the back, and on top of that, he didn't have no weapon, and he wasn't even the person that they was looking for.
No, he wasn't.
All right? They got off. So civil suits, all right? Civil suits, money ain't the answer, is what they say.
Yeah.
That's because they don't want you to take their money.
Thank you.
All right? But then again, you can mess around there, get money from them, put a memorial in his name or her name, however you want to do it. And once you start going in these police officers' pockets and shooting people, they will stop shooting people because they don't want to get sued.
That's right.
All right? Their buddies are going to say, oh, it was justified. How was it justified that you shot this young man in the back and he didn't have a weapon and you were in the wrong spot?
And they shot him more than one time, 15, 20 times.
15, 20 times in the back.
Diablo, 41 times. Come on, that's a multi-million-dollar lawsuit. That's cruel, unusual punishment. Deliberate indifference. That's all that stuff is, man. These people should have been in, sued these people. They should have broke the precinct, shut them down, closed them down. That's what they should have done. These lawyers, I don't know, they on a take or what? Because apparently, I would have seen all this. You know, hey, listen, get this family and let's bring this suit, period. You know, and people playing games and they allow, they got my sympathy. No, I don't give me no sympathy. I don't want to hear that nonsense. You know, that person is dead. They didn't have a gun. You know, get out of here. And it's a game they're playing, and it's to take you out, okay? Negroes. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Sunday I was reading what great Abraham Lincoln said, okay? And he was telling that to his own colleagues, okay? And that was then 1859. And he said, you slaving poor people, Negroes, blacks. And that's what he told them. He said, you slaving them and you need to stop it, okay? And then when he went to Philadelphia, he went on the steps and held the Declaration of Independence. And he said, that's what he said here. He said, for this here, I'm going to live and I'll die for this. They will just have to assassinate me on this with this Declaration of Independence, because that's where he was. And eventually, that's what they did. So, you know why? Because he knew what he was standing for. And that's why they didn't like this man, okay? This was the great president. There's no president was greater than this man here, okay? I read his readings, okay, his speeches. The chief and commander right now, he ain't saying nothing like what this man has said, okay? This man is fighting for people, Negroes, poor, people in poverty. He's saying, get them out. He told his own people, get out. What are you doing? Okay? A man he rode on a ship with. He said, what are you doing? The man had slaves on the ship. okay, was going to get money for them. He said, what are you doing? This is poor. These are poor people. What are you doing? You know? And from that point there, boy, now if you could tell your own friend about this, listen, I take my hat off to you because you are not a coward, okay? And believe me, Abraham Lincoln, he was not that. He was a legend, a hero for real. So I don't know what y'all talk about, that this man is the best president or what. Just check. No. You better go back to 1865.
Who's the best president?
Oh, they said commander-in-chief. Now,
what's his name?
I don't want to talk about what he said because I told him, listen, tell that man to send you a package or something. Tell him to send you some groceries or something.
Yeah, something.
Something because you're doing too much for him and he ain't doing nothing for the people. So, and don't forget, they always use your kind to do things. Just like E. Jesus, it was his own that took him out.
That's right.
Okay, it was his own people that took him out. You see? So don't forget, that's what they do. They use your own people.
Well, they don't want you to grow faster, better, or have a better outlook or outsight on whatever it is that's out there. You could be doing it, they could be doing it,
that's right.
He could be doing it, I can be doing it. They don't want you to see that. They don't want you to see what you got. They don't want you to see what you're worth.
Right.
They don't want you to see what is yours. Okay? They don't want you to see that. So when it comes right down to it, you better start looking into your namesake.
Thank you.
You better start looking into who you are. All right? And I'm not just talking about black people. I'm talking about Hispanics, Dominican Republic people, everybody of color. Look into your background. See who you are. See what you do. And the first thing you're going to say is when you find out who you are, like, wait a minute. Oh, why are they, who going to treat you like what? Wait a minute.
That's
why
right.
the who the what? Yeah, you better be trying to check out who you are and what's going on, because when it comes right down to it, you're somebody important and you don't know it. There's something going on in your ancestry that made you important, that put you in the realm of where you're supposed to be, but you so busy trying to figure out what Peter did and what Paul said and over there what Frank got going on. You're so busy in their business, you don't even know what's going on in your business. Check your business out before you start checking out everybody else's, and you might find out that you're somebody that these people need to know.
You know, one thing, Abraham Lincoln said that right now, and I had to go look that up. 160 years that was. He said, it's not abroad that's going to do us in. It's within our own Navy, our own Army. He said, they right there is our own tyranny. Why? Because it's within that will do us in. Because that's where they're grabbing for the power. They're grabbing, okay, what? The authority. Oh, it's me, it's us, it's this, it's that. See? And he said that 160 years ago. And now look what they're doing, okay? You see? So this is what you need to be checking out. Hey, what's over here? What are they doing? But this is what's going on. He fought against the banks, okay? The big banks, the Bank of England, okay? He told the Federal Reserve, hey, what are you doing? You see, it was silver and gold. They want to make their own money. See what I'm saying? He went against tyranny. He went against those corporations, privacy, okay? That's who he went against. Everyone that thought that they could take over, okay? And that was the banks. And what are they doing now? Who's getting the interest now? Not you. They are. There's no interest on your money. So if you got money in there, hey, there's no interest on it. I can save my own money. I can hold my own money. They're using your name to get money, making accounts, all kind of things. Listen.
Oh, yeah.
That's what they do. So it was a man that was fighting Now we have to continue. Because it was a president, okay, that was going against these bankers, big bankers, okay? They didn't like him. So what they did, they assassinate the man. Yeah, I know they did it. Of course I know they did it. Because they didn't like what he was doing, okay? Tell them you can't make no money. It's only silver and gold. That's how you go. You got to pay for this. Now, money is worth what? A piece of paper. Not even worth a piece of paper.
Paper is written on.
That's right. Because they ain't, other countries don't want it. You can't go over there and take that. Jamaica used to get 4 times as much. Now over there, you might won't get nothing. They look at you like, I don't want that.
Me.
You owe me, exactly. I'm messing with that. You see? So, hey, this man has said that. This man talked about that, okay? And so now it's coming to pass. All those years. But see, that's the whole thing about it. We forget about who's telling the truth and who's lying, you know? And he said that was the big battle. He said it's always going to be a struggle about good and wrong, right and wrong, right and wrong. Always going to be a big struggle. Oh, he's right. Oh, he's wrong. What they doing on Wall Street? They right because they wearing suits like us? Are they right? Are they wrong? What we doing? Are we right? Are we wrong? Are we right? What we're doing? See, that man said it 160 years ago. The big struggle, right and wrong. That's what he said.
You know, when you got right and wrong, okay, you got people who want everything you got and don't want you to have nothing. It's called poverty. They want to keep you there.
That's right.
Okay, so when they come and take all of your stuff, that's what they used to do in the Roman days. They used to come and take all your stuff. You ain't got nothing, but now this is what you're going to do. You're going to work for me. All right. This is how they keep you in poverty. I'm only going to give you so much and this and that and that and this. And believe me, we're fighting for a living wage because we know they're trying to take it away. Okay?
Right.
And when they try to take it away and they succeed, you're going to find out, exactly who was doing what to you all of that time. Because those are going to be the main people to come and get you and say, you're worth nothing. We stripped you of all your assets, and this is what you're going to do.
That's right.
You're going to report to work over here tomorrow. All right? We're going to pay you $3 an hour. And that's $1.50 too much.
Thank you.
Okay? So now you got to sit there and look at this. All right? The same people that's fighting to keep you from getting that loan don't want you to get that loan, don't want you to do better. They don't want you to better yourself because if you better yourself, you might be able to buy a house and live right next door to them. Oh, they can't have that because at one time you was in poverty.
That's right.
And they never were. So in other words, what they're trying to say is you're moving up and they're standing still.
Right.
Okay? And that's the main thing that they don't want. And everybody that's in poverty, not everybody, but most of the people that's in poverty got great minds. There's just nobody that's listening to them. Okay? It's a real thin line between being a genius and insanity. Let nobody fool you.
That's right.
Smart people, some of the smartest people there is, are the same ones that you got in poverty. And the only reason why they can't get up to do anything is because you keep pulling the rug off from underneath them.
Right.
And they keep falling.
That's right.
And then you put your foot on them. Then you do something to somebody in their family, which put them in a grief. You can only do so much to people before they get to thinking they're not worthy of that. All right? There was a woman who used to work at Walmart. They was paying her $9 an hour. And she figured that's all she was worth was $9 an hour. But she did all kind of overtime. She came in when nobody else would. She was very valuable to that company. But all they wanted to pay her was $9 an hour. Let me explain something to you about these big companies. They will work you to death. And when you die, they will still be there trying to figure out who they can get to do what you was doing.
That's right.
So you be careful out there in the things that you do. And like I say, look yourself up. Look up your tree. Look up your family. you might find out that you might be royalty. And the whole thing about it is, people don't want you to know who you are. Not just black people, all people.
I got one more
Check
note.
yourself out.
I got one more note to that as far as Abraham Lincoln. Somebody asked him before he became the president of the United States, they asked him, "Oh, are you a Christian?" The man said, no, because he told them the Christian is slaving my people, is slaving Negroes, is slaving the Latinos, is slaving and putting them in poverty. He's seen that. He said, that's the Christian that's doing that. He said, I don't want to have nothing to do with that. He said, no, I believe in the Father, the Almighty God. That's who it is. I ain't clicking to no, he said, no membership, or he said he's not clicking to no anything that was dealing with organization, okay? Because he was fighting against organizations, okay? And that was the organization of the banks, okay? And then back at that time, the Christian was an organization. All of those that was saying the Great Crusade, all of them, it was organization. And what they was doing, killing people, destroying people. The man didn't want to have nothing to do with it, okay? And he said that over 160 years ago, okay? And what we're saying now, the same thing. We are disciples of Jesus. We don't want to be none of that, what they're doing, because they are doing the same thing. The same ones that saying they Christians are slaving you and keeping you in poverty. That's what they're doing. Our time is up, okay? We out of here. We see you next week. Check yourself.
Put up the gun and make we farm up the ground. Gonna see from what year, too much blood a run. Put down the gun and make we farm up the ground. Them say global recession so food Africa in a ground. Put down the gun and make we farm up the ground. Me have to return to St. Anne's and left Kingston. When you plant a new crop, the world start clap. All human beings start embrace that. There is no solution in this pollution. Them only mission is to create era done. Then after election, them cut them one. Get a youths, take this message from this Rasta man. I and I. Put up the gun and make we farm up the ground. Gonna see from what year, too much blood a run. Put down the gun and make we farm up the ground. Them say global recession so food Africa in a ground. Put down the gun and make we farm up the ground. Me have to return to St. Anne's and left Kingston. When you plant a new crop, the world start clap.